What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another Tottenham update. Just one story to bring you as of now. Pedro Sepulveda, however you pronounce it. Sorry if I've butchered that name. But he claims that Tottenham have made a €45 million bid for Luis Diaz of Porto. Predominantly a left winger, can play up front and on the right as well. Scored a bag loads of goals this season for Porto. I think it's about 14 goals in 18 games or something like that. It's a very good rate. Tons of reports are saying that Luis Diaz, his contract has a release clause of €80 million, which is £67.5 million, and that Tottenham have offered in the region of around 45, or around 55, including add-ons. And Luis Diaz could reach, like I said, 55 million with all bonuses. And Porto apparently have owe FFP around 5 million. And what else it says in the report is that Tottenham have given Porto 48 hours to respond to the offer. How true do we think this is?
Well, he's a very reliable source. You have to kind of take it at face value, apparently. So apparently,
I've never heard of him before. Just now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's in Portugal. He might have reliable sources in Portugal. Just because we haven't heard of him doesn't mean he doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know every journalist out in the other countries. I only know the English ones.
In terms of him being reliable, what are we basing that on?
Apparently he's tier 1.
Oh yeah, but that's just from Tottenham tiers. I mean, I don't know who Tottenham tiers are.
So? I
mean, if anyone on Twitter can say he's tier 1, doesn't mean he is.
No, but they have a tier list of how they rate their sources. I've seen a few people quote tweeting it saying he's a reliable source of information. So I mean,
you're right. I really do.
Yeah, and but just because he's a reliable source, it could be true. It doesn't mean we're getting him. That's the reality. 80 million euros is quite a lot of money. Although Porto obviously in a bit of financial trouble, it sounds, they only need to pay 5 million for FFP, so they don't need to pay that much. They can probably get that from another player. There's reports that Spurs had a bid of about 50 million pounds rejected early in the window. We don't know how true that is, but those were reports early in the window. But if we are actually going for him, if it is true, then I'm very, very happy, because I think he's a very exciting player, really good attacking winger, bags of pace. He's starting to add goals to his game on a regular basis now, even though it's in Portugal. He's always had that potential to add goals to his game. He seems to be exploding this season, and he definitely adds another element to our attack. He can definitely play anywhere in the front three. He'll be competing with the likes of Son and likes of Lucas, and maybe he could even play in a 2 up top as well with the pace he has. So very exciting deal if it is to come to fruition, for me.
Do you not think this could be a case of, with Wolves, with their kind of close ties to Portugal and stuff like that? Do you not think this could be something that has been put in the media by Wolves to maybe hurry Spurs up in terms of the Adama Traore deal?
What? Wolves? Why would that affect Tottenham?
What do you mean, why would it affect Tottenham?
Do you mean Tottenham putting it out there?
No, Wolves putting it out there, so they'll hurry Spurs up.
But they're saying Tottenham are bidding.
Huh? I know they're saying Tottenham are bidding.
So why would that hurry Tottenham up?
Sorry. I mean, I did mean the other way around.
Yeah, that makes more sense. It could be Tottenham doing it. Maybe it's to get Tottenham Wolves to lower their price. It's very, very possible. But Luis Diaz wouldn't be a wing back. So it's a different position. The rumours are we want Adama plus another forward. That's what the rumours. I would be very surprised. I would be, but I would be delighted if we do sign him without selling Bergwijn, because I would assume if we're going to spend that sort of money,
we'd get like for like, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd assume Bergwijn out, him in, and he would be perceived as probably an upgrade on Bergwijn, I would think. But I would like to have both of them there. And if we had him and adding to our attacking options of him, Bergwijn, Son, Lucas, and Kane, all of a sudden we seem to have options there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very sceptical of this. I'm very, very sceptical of this. How many times have we seen this kind of thing happen towards the end of the window, being like, oh, Spurs have put in a major bid for this player, for that player, it never comes to fruition.
Many times.
It pretty much happens pretty much every single window. So I'm very sceptical of this deal. I can't really see it happening. I don't see us spending 45 million plus on anyone this transfer window, especially with the 6 days left. I don't know, man. I just can't see this one happening. Can you?
I think it's unlikely, but in terms of a player, in terms of a deal in its logistical sense, I reckon he'd definitely be open to coming to Tottenham. I reckon Porto might be open to selling him at the right price. So I think it's a deal that could be done, but whether we really push the boat out, I reckon it might take more than 45 million to get him in. So I'd be very surprised if they accept an offer that low. It does seem to me like one of those offers that Levy puts in, which is very much under value, and then it gets rejected and the negotiations start, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then it doesn't happen, and then they see to the press, oh, but we've been trying, we put in this bid for this player that was nowhere close to what their valuation is, and it's just like the same story over and over again with this ownership, basically.
Yeah, of course. But look, we have to see, if we take this bid at face value, at least we're in for him, which is positive, and definitely would be a very good signing for us, and I'll definitely want him over the line. And I think he could definitely, if he's in the team, in this adding to the squad, that'd be a brilliant signing.
Yeah, of course it would be. I would love him through the door. I think he's a top quality player, scores a lot of goals, very dangerous. He's also performed in the Champions League this year for Porto.
I remember him scoring a banger against City one year.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Look, he's a top player, no doubt about it. But are we going to bring him in? That's the main question here, and I just don't think we will. I mean, I would love us to bring him in. I think he would add a lot to our squad, especially from now until the end of the season, pushing us for that top 4 spot. But I don't know, man. I've just seen this story play out way too many times to believe it.
Maybe it could be different this time.
Yeah, I've been saying that all window and I've been stung, so I can't see it being any different.
We always knew there was going to be a lot of movement in the latter part of the window, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Well, we'll see how it pans out. Like I said, if this one does happen, I'm going to get super excited. I think he's a top talent, and I'd love him through the door. I really would. But it remains to be seen, to be honest.
It would be interesting to see how he would develop in the Premier League, though, because he's very quick.
Strong lad.
He's not the strongest. I
thought he was a strong lad.
He's a bit. Maybe. He's a bit like, he's not weak, but he's not like doesn't have a lot of muscle on him. So whether he can adapt, how quickly it will take him to adapt to the Premier League, because he's been at Porto for a while. I think came from South America. I think he's Colombian. I think he's been at a few tournaments as well, but he's never really set the world light until now. He's really developed over the past year into a real top player, Luis Diaz.
How old is he?
25.
25. It's a good age.
Yeah. And he's really coming into his own now.
14 goals in 18 games this season, 2 goals in 6 in the Champions League. Last year he got 3 and 8 in the Europa League. Well, that was 2 seasons ago now. But look, he's a player that is gradually improving, isn't he? And he was rumoured to Man United and Liverpool this window.
Will Stewart said in a tweet, if this deal happens, he'll forgive Vlahovic.
Forgive Vlahovic.
That's what Will Stewart's saying.
But look, I think that's the story at the moment, is that Spurs have tabled a 45 million euros plus add-ons to take it to 55 million euros for Luis Diaz from Porto. I'm very sceptical of the deal. If it is true, then I'm very excited about it, but I just find it hard to believe that it is true. I really do.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we'll get an update saying Porto reject the deal and Tottenham find him too expensive or something like that. I mean, that's very, very possible, but the update right now is we've given them 48 hours to respond. Maybe they are more desperate for money than we think, and maybe that's something they're seriously considering. If it is a deal we can get over the line, that's a great deal for us. So
yeah,
let's hope it's true. Let's hope we can get over the line. It's very interesting because he seems to be a reliable source by all accounts. So let's see what the future holds with this deal.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the story as of now. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of Luis Diaz. Do you think we can get him through the door before the end of the window? I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.